Buenos días. Buenas tardes. So just made it home from the office and I went by Home Depot during lunch and I got 5 of these. They are the 8-inch terracotta unsealed pots. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to plant 2 in each of my raised beds, the big raised beds, not the ones with the flowers, because these will work as a slow release watering system, like under the soil. So this dates back to like thousands and thousands of years. They used to use ollas to water and irrigate their farms, I guess, whatever you'd call them. And so yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're supposed to be getting some really hot weather here coming this week, and you guys, it's Houston, so it's really hot and humid. And although I have an irrigation system in my garden beds, the soil tends to dry out and get hard really quick. So I'm putting 2 of these in each of my raised beds to kind of give them an extra watering like throughout the day. So I already planted one a couple of weeks ago and it seems to be working because I've filled it already twice. And so I'm going to do it for the rest of the beds. So I planted this one. I put this one in. See, I put water in it yesterday, and all I do is put the lid on it, and then that's going to water, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's seeping water in through the roots, and so anything that's around it is going to get water from there. So the other one I'm going to put here, right there, and then this bed over here will have 2, and then the one on that far end is going to have 2 as well. So I'm putting in a total of 5. But in the meantime, let me show you guys how I'm going to do it. I've got to seal these with silicone and then let it dry. So these are going to require you to cover the holes with something. I'm using blue tape. Again, you need to make sure that the pots that you're using are not sealed. They have to be the porous kind, because that is what's going to allow the water to seep through. Oh, my neighbor's sneezing. But yeah, so we're going to cover all of these, and then we're going to use this silicone here. You can use anything. I like to make sure that it's waterproof, obviously waterproof. And so I'm going to cover that hole, then let them dry, and then come back and bury them. Once each one is covered, all you have to do is wait till it dries, and then you can install them. So while those dry, we are going to make these holes here so that we can place them in and get the water going, and so that tomorrow my plants can be pretty happy. I'm trying to be as careful as I possibly can because you can see roots coming here. That's a tomato plant, that's peppers, more peppers, and another tomato. So this is probably as deep as I'm gonna dig. It should be deep enough. Okay, so in this garden bed, what I'm going to do is, since cucumbers are big water drinkers, I'm actually gonna move these, all of these bell peppers have like one of those little water spouts. I'm gonna move them to the cucumber side, and then I'm gonna put an Olla right here, and I'm gonna put one right here. So that should work for this bed. So here's this one. So what I'm gonna do is just fill the sides with all the dirt I pulled up. And of course, I'm not getting rid of any of the dirt that I dug up because we are just spreading it around the bed. Try not to get dirt in your pot, guys. I'm gonna have to clean it out. But for now, this will do. I'm gonna come back later and fill these with water. But for now, this is it. So I've got this one, and then I got these two put in already. Just need to fill the thing with dirt. And then I gotta fix this fence. Then we've got these two. Gotta fill them up with water. So it's been about an hour and a half since I put the seal on, almost 2 hours actually. And I've already put all of the planters in the soil, covered them up. Now it's time to fill them with water. I want to fill it all the way to the top. I think I'm going to use a different type of watering pot because this is getting all on the outside, which is fine. The plants with it. Do that. So that was probably about a good gallon. Put the lid on. Let's see, this one was yesterday's. It's gone down just a hair. And let's go fill these other ones. So I use a different lid for these. I actually got a lid bigger than I was needing to, and I'm setting them upside down on them because they were out of the other ones, and this actually works also. I got some more, another watering thing here. And that is how you do your Olla irrigation or clay pot irrigation. It's pretty simple. It's very straightforward. It's inexpensive. And yeah, anyone can do it. You don't have to have a whole irrigation system going. It's a plus if you do, but you don't have to. I'm gonna come back probably in about a week just to see how, actually maybe in about 3 days, since we're getting a heat wave come through, just to see how much water is being consumed from this system. I'll keep you posted.